Alright, here we go. Start off right away with a focus thrust on Rufus. That way you sever the link between him and Darkstar. Attack Darkstar until you have an ATB bar so that you can use another focus thrust on Rufus to keep the link severed. That's very important during this first phase of the battle, and this battle's a 3-phase battle. You have to keep that link severed or he'll just keep healing the dog. Now, he can heal himself for the focus thrust damage, but right now, don't even worry about that. Let him heal himself all he wants. You're just trying to get rid of the dog at this point. What seems to work best is using 3 basic attacks and 1 charged attack on the dog to get an ATB bar. When he's actually knocked down from stagger, I would use the Punisher mode and just dig in his ass until Rufus gets off the ground. Do not, well, try not to let that animation screw you out of an ATB bar usage. When you hear that helicopter pilot talk, do not use any abilities until this cinema's over. Now, this basically marks the start of Phase 2. Phase 2 isn't really any different than Phase 1 as far as what you have to do, but it does add 2 or 3 new abilities to Rufus's repertoire. One being that lightning ball thing you saw over in the corner, and then the second one being the laser shot that he does. As far as his little smoke grenade thing there, don't even worry about that unless he hits you directly with it. It doesn't cause any negative going through it or walking around it. Also, try not to use any abilities on Darkstar at all until you know it'll kill him. Because if you do, it'll fuck up the pattern of going back and forth between the dog and Rufus, like you see here. Yeah, when you stagger Darkstar, I would recommend using Punisher mode too. As much as you can until Rufus gets up off the ground. See. You see, and this is what'll happen if you screw up like I just did. It throws the pattern out a little bit. Also, I wouldn't recommend hitting Darkstar while he's linked to Rufus, because 1, Rufus will just fucking heal him, and then 2, it adds even more counter attacks and stun maneuvers to what they'll do to you if you do that. Attack while he's linked to Rufus. Now, after you take out Darkstar, that marks the beginning of Phase 3. Now, this phase is by far the biggest pain in the ass out of all 3 phases because you can't just attack Rufus. He's always in a state of counter stance. So whatever you do, don't try to just run up and hit him in the face because it won't work. What you gotta do is have the counter stance ability, and it's even better if you have it equipped to your battle menu, you know, L1. That way you can just pop the ability on the fly right before he hits you. Also, I'd recommend just running around to keep your ATB gauge going. Yeah, that lovely move right there. Also, don't try to counter stance that laser. It doesn't work. You'll see that here in a minute. Now, fortunately, Rufus's aim isn't all that great. There you go. When you hit him with the counter stance, don't just hit him with the 1 shot. Keep attacking after you hit with the initial one to get the combo. See. My mistake. I would also recommend for the equipment that you use for Cloud, you use his Hard Edge, the Iron Maiden armor. I know it doesn't have any materia slots, but it's got the highest defense by far. And a Revival earring. Because there's no other way that you're going to be able to make mistakes. If you make too many, he will kill you. Oh, that right there was lucky. That was him reloading. You do have to think about that too. He only has so many abilities that he can do before he has to reload. I would also recommend that the limit break that be equipped is Ascension and not Cross Slash. And you'll see why in a second. At this point, here we go. This is why you should have Ascension instead of Cross Slash. So when you fight him going through the original time, you don't have Ascension. You have to use Cross Slash.
Okay. Let's dance, asshole.
And he's still damaging me while I'm doing the limit to him. It's a good way to finish him off, though. With a fucking limit break. Spoiled bastard.
I could end this, here and now.
No, not quite. Tonight marks a new beginning. For Shinra!
You gotta be better than this. If you're gonna play the hero.